Alrighty, guys, we're going to move on to the next part now. And if you remember, we're looking at 5.2.4. And the problem we're actually going to look at is this one, 5-94. So it says now you can use f of x equals log of x. Remember, we already figured out what the base for this is. It's 10, right? So if you didn't get that, watch the video that I just posted in part 1. And it says you are ready to use your transformation skills to write a general equation. Explore using 594 student E2. So I need you guys to click here, and you guys are going to get a whole new screen coming up. Okay. Now, here's the deal. I need you guys to save this because you guys are going to be giving me this. You're going to give me this graph. So when you sign in, go ahead and sign in through Google, use your Google account. You're going to use your account. I'm going to use my Gmail account. And then when I start typing into this or I start working on this, let's say 4 or 5, uh, you should be able to type in values after a while. Okay. All right. Well, let's just say this. You guys are gonna hit save, okay? Because you're gonna turn this into me as a JPEG or a PNG file, and you're gonna upload it to the Schoology as your assignment. So this is gonna be a file you guys are going to send to me, okay? So make sure you guys do sign in and save, okay? All right. So let me go back real quick before we get into this. They're asking you to copy and complete the table for the f of x equals the function f of x equals log x. Okay, so we're gonna fill this in, and it says with a full sheet of graph paper, using a full sheet of graph paper, make an accurate graph of the log function. We're gonna do it on the actual on the e-tool, and I'll show you guys how you guys are gonna save that to email to me to submit to me. And then the other one, and then C, what we're going to talk about because we're going to use the file that we actually saved on your Google Drive. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to look at. Okay, they want you guys to complete this table. Now remember what function this is. This function is this log of x function. Okay. Now I need you guys to remember what we just talked about in the other first part of the video. Okay, if f of x uh, equals log of x, okay, I want you guys to remember that this is the same thing as saying y equals log x, right? But this is the function notation, okay? If I want to rewrite this as the inverse, if I want to write the inverse function, okay, then remember this is base 10. Even though we don't write it, it's base 10. So if I want to write the inverse function, and we did this in the other exercises, we would write it as 10 to the x power. So this is the exponential function, and the inverse of the exponential function is a log function, okay? These are inverses, okay? These are opposites, okay? These are inverse functions, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this function up here, the exponential function. It's going to help me complete the table down there, right? So I want to make sure that you guys remember this. And we did this already in the previous exercises, okay? So to do this, I need you guys to go to here. You guys are going to add an item, and what we want to add is a function. So we're going to add this expression here. Okay. And here's what I want you guys to type in. We're going to type in y equals 10 to the x power. And you guys already know how to write these functions, and here it is. Okay, so let me clear my screen here from all this writing. Okay, and look at what we have here. We have a function. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit, and this function is giving me the point. So I have the point 0, 1, and then if I scroll on this, I could trace the points and I could get the numbers. Okay, now really quickly, I want you guys to remember this function is y to the 10 to the x function, okay? And its opposite, right, is y equals log of x, right? It's inverse. So we're going to use this to create the points that we need, okay? Remember, these are inverses of each other. So this blue graph, right, this blue curve, this exponential curve is going to give me the points I need to fill in this table. And that's what we're going to be doing in the next